What is up, Aquarius? How are you guys doing? Guess what time it is? It's my favorite time of the month. It's time for the mid-month messages. So why is that my favorite time of the month? Because what I'm looking for in the mid-month messages is I am checking to see if there has been a change of timelines. Yes, timelines can change. A lot easier than you would think. All you really have to do is take the advice that was provided in the main monthly reading and apply that to your situation. And that could easily change your timeline. That's the whole point of the advice. And now that's the whole point of this video here tonight. Now, for those of you who are catching this on time, if you haven't caught the memo, I have a special announcement to make. Got a very short window of time on this. We got one more day, and my Mother's Day special goes bye-bye. I decided to run it for 3 days. Yesterday, which was Mother's Day, today, which is Monday the 12th, and tomorrow, May 13th. Everything on my website is 50% off, except for the weekly live readings. But my 24-hour full personal readings, 50% off. My one-on-one Zoom calls, 50% off. And my in-person readings, 50% off. Until tomorrow night, May 13th. That's when it comes to an end. So, for those of you who need a personal reading, all the information is right down there in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into this. I want to start this off with the person you dealt with in the past. Let's see if timelines have changed. Is Aquarius still on the same timeline with the person from the past? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Person Aquarius dealt with in the past. How's timelines looking, universe? Oh, Chariot. Some of you dealt with a Cancer. 2 more shuffles, 2 more. Two of Swords reversed. Hangman. Yeah, World card reversed. Nah, I mean, honestly, this looks pretty damn set in stone right now. I mean, at least on your end, I mean, there is a really strong sense of unfinished business here. Really strong sense of it. But I think you pretty much got your mind made up. You got your mind made up. You don't want to move on from this. But if they don't take action, you ain't taking action. And that's just what it is. So, yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of much of nothing happening here. I don't see no action. You might even be... there might even be a love offer coming in from somewhere else. Like, yeah, I don't see anybody doing anything to work around blocks in communication. I'm not seeing much of nothing, man. No, not really. Let's see how they feel about you then. What signs do I have here? I have Cancer and Leo. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings and intentions? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? Whoops. Ooh, 7 of Wands reversed. Hang on a minute. Chariot again. So I think they've been kind of waiting for you to let your guard down. Now they do have feelings for you. Yes, they do. But right now, their number one priority is to try to find somebody new. I think they want to wait until you let your guard down. And I can't stand it when that comes through. That's one of the dumbest messages that comes through. Because how are they going to know when you let your guard down? How are they going to know that? You know? So stupid. But I think that's kind of where this person's at with it. They're afraid you're still mad at them. But they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone, so they're just out trying to find somebody. They don't really care who. They just need a faceless, nameless somebody to get you off their mind. Doesn't look like they're having a whole lot of success with that either. So, I really struggle with remembering these readings. Like after I click off this video, I'm going to have about 30 seconds to try to remember what all I said so I can come up with a title for this video. And then poof, it's gone. And it's really hard for me to dig it back up. But if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this, but I think that's the same timeline that came through last time, isn't it? Could be wrong on that, but... All right, well, that was short, sweet, and simple. Let's get the advice then. Would it be a good idea for Aquarius to reach out to this person, or should you move on from this? What's the advice for Aquarius? What is the best advice? Whoops, I kicked my tripod. What's the best advice? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Well, this needs to be closed out. This needs to be closed out somehow, some way. Now, this is where I get a little bit nervous when it comes to giving advice. Because I know some of you are dealing with somebody that it would not be a wise idea for you to contact them, and you know it, right? Would not be a wise idea. Because you know that they're a manipulator, possibly toxic and abusive. So if that's your situation, you're going to need to take some more time to heal. Going to need to take some more time to heal. But if that's not your situation, if you honestly believe you're dealing with a person that, they're not much of a threat to you, you know, I'm not saying that they're necessarily a good person, but they're not really a threat. You don't really have anything to genuinely worry about. You might want to think about whether or not you want to shoot this person a closure message. Ooh, and I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. As I say it, I pull the card out. While I'm saying it, I reach and that's the card on the top of the deck. I love it when that happens. That shit happens all the time, dude. So, yeah, this needs to be closed out. Now, here's the thing. When I say close this out, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're putting the final nail on the coffin, unless you want it to. It don't matter what you want to do. You know, even if you did want to reconcile with this person, if you don't close out the old cycle, all you're going to do is repeat it. So even if, especially if you want to reconcile with this person, especially, you have to close it out. You got to close it out no matter what you want to do. Whether you want to move forward and find a new person or try to start over with a past person, you still have to close out the old cycle. Why? Because the primary law is the law of vibration. If we bring the same vibration back to the connection, the same outcome is going to manifest. All right, let's shift gears now. Let's see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Let's see if timelines have changed. Have timelines changed, universe, between the single Aquarians and the person they're interested in? If timelines change? Did they change for the better or for the worse? 2 more. Hangman. Man, this is kind of telling me. This is kind of telling me there's some red flags that you would rather not look at. That's what this is telling me. Now, I know this isn't all of you. This may only be 1 or 2 of you. But some of you are interested in somebody that's already in a relationship. Again, I know that's not all of you. It may only be 1 or 2 of you. But if you're interested in somebody who's already in a relationship, if that's your story, no, I do not see them leaving that person for you. Don't know who needed to hear that. But either way, I don't know what the red flags are. But it is telling me that there's some red flags that you're either not wanting to look at or just not seeing. But with the Hangman being the overall energy, not a whole lot of forward movement. And this is starting to weigh on you very, very, very heavily. There's some kind of blockage here that's preventing things from moving forward. And you're trying to be patient, but it's weighing on you. It's really weighing on you. Okay. Some of you dealing with a Saggy. I also have Libra, Taurus. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see how they feel about you then. How's this person feeling about Aquarius, universe? Boop, boop, be doo, hoo. Boom, boom, boom. How's this person feeling about Aquarius, universe? 2 more shuffles, 2 more. Boom, Page of Pentacles. 2 of Wands reversed. You know what this feels like? This feels like somebody who's given up on love. Yup. This feels like somebody who's given up. So something happened. I think that their last relationship ended so horrifically and so horribly that they're pretty much just giving up on love altogether. Giving up on it. They have no faith in it. It has nothing to do with you specifically. It's just that the lens through which they view the world is so fucking broken that it doesn't matter who you are. They're viewing you and anyone and everything else through a broken lens. Ain't nothing much you can do with that. Could be a fellow Aquarius for some of you. Also have Scorpio here. Yeah. 7 of Cups. It's like they just kind of want to keep their options open. They're not trying to, I don't think they're trying to settle down right now. They're just too scared. They're too scared to settle down. Well, let's get the advice then. What's the advice? What is the advice? Ooh, hey. Well, Okay, this is tricky. I got to be careful how I word this, but you got to draw the line somewhere. Now, I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not going to tell you where. But you got to draw the line somewhere. How long should you have to sit around and wait for somebody to choose you? You know? There is a very, very important lesson to be learned in this situation. And when or if you learn that lesson and integrate it into your life, that is going to make your life take a very unexpected turn. And that's when you'll attract your actual person. That's when you'll attract your actual person. There's a very important lesson in this. Don't feel singled out. Sometimes people get mad when you say that, you know, because when you're going through a lesson, sometimes that you can take it kind of personal, like the universe thinks you're stupid, and that's not the way it works. We all go through that shit, dude. We all go through it. And the quicker we can learn and integrate the lessons we're being taught, the quicker we can level up. All right, we're going to shift gears now. Take that information and do with it what you will. Let's see what's going on with the current long-term relationship. So remember, if you're not experiencing problems in your current long-term relationship, this is not for you. Have timelines changed between Aquarius and the current long-term partner universe? If they change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Boom, boom, 7 of Cups. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of tells me that you're about ready to go explore other options. That's what it's telling me. Or maybe you suspect that they are exploring other options. Because there's some kind of really serious trust issue here. Somebody highly suspects a third party. Somebody. Not 100% sure who that is. I don't know if you're suspicious of them, if they're suspicious of you, or maybe y'all just don't fucking trust each other. Now, some of you are dealing with a situation in which there was infidelity in the past. Not you suspect it, you know, not you heard a rumor, cat's out of the bag, no secret. There was infidelity, and you've agreed to work through it. If that is your story, and you're wondering if they're still doing it, if they're not, it's only a matter of time. If they're not. I think they would. But yeah, you're not giving up on this, not throwing in the white towel, but there's just like no trust here. No trust at all. What signs do I have here? Some of you dealing with a Cancer also have Virgo. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, well, let's see how they feel about you and what their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions are. Fool card. Some of you dealing with an Aries. Queen of Swords reverse. They feel like you're the one with the attitude problem. It's almost like they either don't take this issue seriously or they don't care. One of the two. One of the two. It's hard to say which. Doesn't really look like they have the feelings they used to have. Not really. Not really. They feel like y'all are just looping around and repeating a karmic cycle, but at the same time, it's almost like they either just don't take that seriously or they just don't care. Especially those of you who have been on and off with this person. If you've been on and off with this person, they definitely ain't got no worries about y'all splitting up. Because they just believe y'all come back again. Because that's what you've done in the past, you know. So, I'm not seeing separation happening. Let's just jump to the advice then. What's the advice for Aquarius and the current long-term partner? What's the advice? Ooh, Eight of Swords reversed. Death card. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Now, this is a pretty broad spectrum piece of advice. And it's pretty simple. We got to get these trust issues in check somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. It doesn't matter why there are trust issues. It doesn't matter. Even if there's no reason. Let's play devil's advocate for a second. Let's say that you just tripping. You're just tripping. You're paranoid. You're insecure. There's no reason to not trust this person. They have nothing but the best of intentions. Does that matter? No. That energy is still going to destroy the connection, whether it's legitimate or not. So we got to get to the bottom of that energy, because that energy being left unchecked is slowly eating away at the connection. Slowly. And it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be next week, next month. Shit, may not even be next year. But it will lead to the demise of the connection. It will. Now, let's say the shoe's on the other foot. Let's say they don't trust you. Well, it depends on why they don't trust you. If they don't trust you because you did something to betray their trust, well, the only thing you can do is make damn sure that you're walking that fucking line behind their back, even when they're not around, and just hope like hell that they see it. But for those of you dealing with somebody that doesn't trust you for no reason, that's not your problem. That ain't your problem. You don't trust me? I fucking walk the line behind your back when you're not even around. I found myself in so many situations where I could have easily cheated on you. And I walk the line behind your back, and you still don't trust me? Fuck all the way off. That's your problem, not mine. Nope. After a certain point, it's not my job to bend over backwards and prove myself to you when I know I'm doing every fucking thing right. So if that's your situation, I would say I'm drawing a line at some point. I'm not going to keep putting up with this shit. I'm not going to keep putting up with being accused of shit I'm not fucking doing when I know I'm not doing it. I'm not. If that's the way it's going to be, I'll fucking leave. I'm not going to be with somebody that's going to treat me like that. I'm just not. Got to draw the line somewhere. Okay? So, all right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Now, those of you who missed the beginning of the video, I have a special important announcement, okay? We only have one more day before our Mother's Day sale comes to an end. So for 3 days, yesterday, May 11th, today, May 12th, and tomorrow, May 13th, everything on my website is 50% off, except for the weekly live readings. My 24-hour pre-recorded personal readings are 50% off. My one-on-one Zoom calls, 50% off. And my in-person readings are 50% off until tomorrow night, Tuesday, May 13th. Then it goes bye-bye. So don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.